Hey guys, Drew here, back with another video, and welcome to another video talking about the Newfoundland Regiment, where in today's video I will be discussing who I think will be the next captain of the Newfoundland Regiment. Now, this has really been in the talks as of late, who's going to be the next captain of the regiment, after some recent news that Dawson Sharkey is going to be going to Northeastern University next year of the NCAA, which had a lot of people wondering, he could have possibly been, he was probably my first ballot for the captain this upcoming season. But with him going to Northeastern, it's kind of all over the place. You don't really know who it's going to be, which is why I have five players listed here, 5-1. Who do I think will be the captain of the Newfoundland Regiment? Five is kind of like the more least likely, and one is the guy that I think will be most likely captain. So let's just get started talking about who do I think is going to be the next captain. But before we start, I have a couple honorable mentions that I wanted to list off. First off, I had Ben Vitch, who had a solid season for the Newfoundland Regiment. I think he's going to get even better next year. I just don't think he's ready yet. I do think he's going to be the captain in the near future, just not next season. He's still got a couple years ahead of him in the QMJHL. Just for that Newfoundland, blood, it'll get the guys going a little bit, get the fans involved and all that fun stuff. So for Vitch, I do see him being captain in the picture in the near future. Just not this upcoming season, I don't think. Maybe he gets an A, but I just don't think captain just yet. Another player on my honorable mentions that I think could be a pretty interesting piece, and I wouldn't doubt him out to be in the leadership group, and it helps with his dad being the head coach. But Ryan Dwyer, I really liked what I saw from Ryan Dwyer this past season with the regiment in a depth role, not afraid to drop the gloves, stick up for his teammates, and that's what you need in the captain. This is one of the main reasons why I have these rankings. It's what I ideally see in a captain is a guy that's not afraid to back down from anything. Like, you look at Austin Matthews from the Toronto Maple Leafs. He doesn't like, he's the guy outside of the scrum. The whole scrum's happening, just watching it happen. That is not like an ideal captain. You want to have a captain that if your teammate gets hit from behind, you want to go stick up for your guy. And that's just what I see in a captain. And that's why I think Ryan Dwyer could be perfect for a captain. He sticks up for his guys and goes after a couple players. He may be like outsized, outmatched, but he's still sticking up for his guys, and that's what matters most. So yeah, Ryan Dwyer as an exclusive pick. I could kind of see it, but just because he isn't as like a top player, like I don't think he's going to put up 50 points next year for the regiment. Just because of that, I don't really know if he'll get his name on that captain's list. But we'll get started now with number 5, who I think will be captain of the Newfoundland Regiment. We'll start with number 5 here, Alexis Michaud, who will be an overager this upcoming season for the Newfoundland Regiment. He was in a trade with Baie-Comeau this season. Baie-Comeau traded him to the regiment, and the regiment got Alexis Michaud for 27 games. And in those 27 games, he put up 7 goals, 16 assists for 23 points, which wasn't too bad. He was really good slotted in with Justin LaRose. Those two had really good chemistry. Now LaRose won't be on the team next year, of course, because he was an overager this past season. But Michaud, I think he can bring a lot of leadership towards the regiment. I think he can definitely be a solid option for the captain. Like if I see that graphic go out week before the season that Alexis Michaud is the next captain of the Newfoundland Regiment, I won't be upset with that choice. I really think he brings a bit of physicality to his game as well. Obviously, a lot of offense, and he's not afraid to chip in a bit of defense here and there. And I really think he's an ideal player. He's going to be a really important piece towards the regiment this upcoming season and try to get their run to a Memorial Cup possibly. But for Michaud, I really do think he could be an interesting piece. It's just that the names that are ahead of him, I do see more likely. And from what I've seen online with the talks of who's going to be the next captain, Michaud really isn't really in the conversation for it. The guys that I have ahead, I've seen in the conversation for it, and I just really think that they could earn it over Michaud. So Alexis Michaud at number 5, not too bad. At number 4, I've talked about him before, possibly being the captain for the regiment in an earlier video, in my bold predictions video actually. Liam Arsenault. Liam Arsenault is an interesting player for the Newfoundland Regiment. When I told you guys at the start of this video, when it comes to sticking up for your guys and all that fun stuff, Liam Arsenault is the perfect player for that. He will not care if he's getting a penalty, a game misconduct, anything like that. He wants to make the opponents mad almost like a Brad Marchand type of player. He just makes you mad, and he makes you want to go after him. But because of the way the QMJHL is, the rest will always get in the way of things. So Arsenault kind of avoids that. He's a bit more smaller. He's a smaller guy, but that does not mean anything from Liam Arsenault. I remember especially in the Blainesville series when he cross-checked Justin Carbonneau, the Regiment were losing by a lot, and the Regiment just won the kind of start a fire with Blainesville. And I remember he cross-checked Carbonneau right into the boards, like after the whistle, and Carbonneau was hurt, and they all of Blainesville went after Arsenault. He was like, just give it to me. Come on. I want this. Bring it on. It's just, that's why I think Liam Arsenault would be such a cool captain for the Newfoundland Regiment. He would just bring so much energy into the locker room and on the ice as well. He puts up the points in 64 games this year. He put up 17 goals, 13 assists for 30 points. The guy's not afraid to put up points, and I can only imagine in years in the future he's going to put up even more than that. Next year's his draft year into the NHL draft, so he's still a bit younger. So if he doesn't get named captain next year, definitely another name that you could see in the near future as captain for the Regiment. Vitch and Arsenault may be battling it out a little bit, see who gets the captain in years to come. But next year, I could seriously consider Liam Arsenault being captain of the Newfoundland Regiment, and I would be jumping in the air if I saw that name on the Regiment for the C. At number 3, we have Louis-Francois Bélanger, which is an intriguing player. He played in 57 games this year for the Regiment, had 25 goals, 25 assists for 50 points. Bélanger is more of a skill-like player. He's one of those captains that if the Regiment brought him to wear this captaincy, he would be one of those captains that just puts up points like all the time, always out there on special teams. When it comes to, he's good at defense, he's good at offense, he can do a bit of both, really good two-way forward. It's just his size. He's really small, a really small guy, and he's not that physical either. Like you don't really see him like mixing it up in the corner with somebody. Like he could get in this good scrum here and there, but he's not like a Liam Arsenault, just bring it on to me kind of type of player, where that type of mentality, I don't really know if Bélanger will be the captain next year just because of that. He would be an interesting captain, that's for sure, and I wouldn't be too upset with it. It's just that with Bélanger, he's really small, and I don't really know if he's good enough to represent the Newfoundland Regiment, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want, you look at Brady Tkachuk, he just got traded yesterday. He represents the Ottawa Senators so good. Like, he represents that franchise with his heart. Well, he used to. I just don't see that in Bélanger. I just don't, and that's why I don't really see him being captain. He's third on the list, so I definitely see it in the picture. Like, it's definitely possible. I just don't really think that it would be a great choice with Gordy to name Bélanger captain. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure people are probably going to be disagreeing if you're watching this video right now. But it's definitely interesting. Number 2, I have Tyson Goguen, and Goggen's an interesting piece. I really think that like this guy can be in the considerate for, to be named captain next year. It's just the injuries are the problem. He played in 41 games this year. He had bad injury luck this season. In 41 games played this year, he put up 40 points, which is really good. I really like Goguen. I think he's an extraordinarily great piece towards this Newfoundland Regiment squad. And I think he can bring it. He can bring a lot of offense, and he can bring a lot of defense. He's really good on the PK as well. Like Bélanger, he's not really too physical, only had 8 penalty minutes this season. But, it'll be interesting. It'll just be interesting. I think Goguen can really, I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever. I know I've said that about every player this season, but it's just Goguen, he brings it. He brings it every night, and he brings in the offense, and just here and there he's able to get the job done. And for the Regiment, I just really see a player like Goguen could be captain. But only time could tell, of course, and we'll see what happens in the near future. But at number 1, the next captain that I think will be the next captain of the Newfoundland Regiment is none other than Seattle Kraken prospect Will Reynolds. Will Reynolds this season was a beast for the Newfoundland Regiment. Not on the points wise, 61 games played, 3 goals, 22 assists for 25 points. This guy is a bit older. He's NHL drafted. He's got that NHL draft, kind of experience. But for Reynolds, I just think that he can bring it. he gets in the scrums. He's not afraid to fight. We saw in the Drummondville brawl when Jesse Alicia was just yapping to him. Will Reynolds went like this. He blew kisses to Jesse Alicia. Like, he's not afraid to make the opponent mad, and that's kind of what it's like with Arsenault. Arsenault and Reynolds are kind of similar players, except Reynolds is a defenseman, Arsenault is a forward. Will Reynolds, I would love to see him as a captain. And I just think that he would be a fan favorite next year. Everybody loves seeing him go at it here and there. But for Reynolds, he brings it all, and he's my pick to be the next captain of the Newfoundland Regiment. But that's just my opinion. Drop yours in the comments. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, you can like this video. You can subscribe if you really liked it. If you disagreed with any of my picks, just let me know, and I will try to make a response back. I just think that Will Reynolds, he brings it all, and I really want to see that continue next year with the Newfoundland Regiment. But only time can tell, of course. That's it for today's video, guys. And I will talk to you all in the next one. Drew and I, the Hockey Guy, is signing off. I don't know when the next video is going to be, so until then, we will talk soon. I'll talk to you all again soon.